Hello, everybody.
All right, Larry. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. For a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Able to fight through one tackle. Throw left side complete. It's Ellis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Here's Garrett Swanson now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. First down. Hoover over the middle. The catch made by Mitchell. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
To throw on second down, Hoover. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 58 yards.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Looking to throw. Hoover. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the gun on third down, Hoover. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That definitely sets up a much more difficult 3rd down.
Yeah, you figure 2nd and 2, one they thought they could pick up. Now you're facing 3rd and 4.
Yeah, got to give the front 7 a lot of credit for making that play. I'm just starting to wonder, partner, is 2nd and short also a throwing down in the NFL now?
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So 2nd and 10 here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Hoover. And that is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Back to throw. Hoover. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
On 1st and 10, Hoover. He's going to rifle one deep left, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Roberts got it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And some room to maneuver. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something in these last 2 minutes.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now come the Vikings. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense on the field now after the pick. Fuller's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Now 1st and 10. Bolt's able to zero in on the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Gott.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now they'll run on DeGrom. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
Here we go now.
To throw on 3rd down. Hoover. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
The Packers on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Stephen Weatherly with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Looking to throw on second down. Hoover throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice, safe throw, and a good one.
As they run the counter play. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Hoover. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Hoover. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Hoover. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run the counter now on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Fights off the defender. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw.
Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. And some room to roll now. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And he's got some space here. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Garrett Swanson now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Back to throw. Hoover got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Looking to throw. Hoover firing quickly here, and that's complete. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Hoover. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing on first down. Hoover. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Second down following the run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry
hurry to run the play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with time running out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the fourth quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.